my home, my native land.
Tell me that you're bandit.
I want you people to understand.
Tell me that you're bandit.
I am proud to be a Belizean.
Tell me that you're bandit.
If you're bandit, you're bandit.
Tell me that you're bandit.
If you're bandit, you're bandit.
Tell me that you're bandit.
If you're bandit, Benke, you're bandit.
Tell me that you're bandit.
If you come from Kayo, you're bandit.
Tell me that you're bandit.
Way down south, the PG.
Tell me that you're bandit.
Then you go right up to Stanford.
Tell me that you're bandit.
Way up north, the Corosa.
Tell me that you're bandit.
Then you come down back to Orange Walk.
Tell me that you're bandit.
If you're bandit, you're bandit.
Tell me that you're bandit.
If you're bandit, you're bandit.
Tell me that you're bandit.
Elusive sound. I don't bloody know.
Did you hear the story about the incident in Pomona Valley? Did you hear the story about the worker and his boss? Did you hear the story about the incident in Pomona Valley? Did you hear the truth? Nothing but the truth. He was a hell of a man in Pomona Valley when Stamp was sharp with the electric wire. The poor Mr. Sharp with a polygon. Stamp would have run till it tumbled down. He was a hell of a man in Pomona Valley when Stamp was sharp with the electric wire. The poor Mr. Sharp would have pulled a trigger. Stamp would have make some funny figure.
Everybody, especially on the coffee. Yeah, man. It's gonna be nice. Tonight we go rock it up. Tonight we go jam it up. Everybody come along. Make we jump till morning come. I hear the shaker. I hear the guitar drumming. We having a party. We having a broke down party. Broke down party. We having a broke down party. Broke down party. We having a broke down party. Alright. Yeah man. You look nice. I like how you're moving. Make us see you. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. It's something that you broke down sweet. Make you move your dancing feet. This Belizean flavor, it have everybody whining. I hearing the jawbone, the bass drum in the head. We having a party. We having a broke down party. Broke down party. We having a broke down party. Broke down party. We having a broke down party. Alright. Hey Bullet, it's one of you. Carlos said you can't whine like me. Let me see you whine. Let me see you whine. Make us see you whine. Shabba, shabba. Shake the thing, shake the thing, shake the thing, make me see it. Shake the thing, shake the thing, shake the thing, make me see it. Shake, shake, shake it up. 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 Rock back, make it rock it up.
Elusive
Rock back,
sound.
make it rock it up.
I don't bloody
Rock
know.
back, make it rock it up. Rock back, make it rock it up. Jump! Why? Super, 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 super. Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it. It is a true story. Way down in Lebanon, it was a tiger in the area. We live in some banana, so we went down to Cairo and get myself a tiger gun. Gone back to Lebanon, and I hunt the tiger with the gun. Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah. Tiger girl with your dog. Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah. Tiger girl with your dog. Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah. Tiger girl with your dog. Way down in Lebanon. Tiger girl with your dog. Whoa! Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. Rockets! Party music! Aye! Caribbean Dynamics Band coming at you! Live and direct. This is a true story. Way down in Cameroon, there was a tiger in the area. Killing resident little dog. Now we went down to Cairo and get myself a tiger gun. Went down to Lamanal and I hunt the tiger with the gun. Hey, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah. Tiger girl with your dog. Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah. Tiger girl with your dog. Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah, Miss Savannah. Tiger girl with your dog. Way down in Cameroon, tiger girl with your dog. Run, rinse and run. Tiger girl with your dog. Run, Frankie, run. Tiger girl with your dog. Run, Toro, run. Tiger girl with your dog. Run, run.
Love that was special thing. Buenas noches. Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, señoras y señores, welcome back again to one of our We Got You Back talk show from the Citizens Advisory Committee. Bienvenidos del Comité de Ciudadanos aquí en el municipio de Orange Walk, que ayudamos a la sección de policías en Orange Walk para mejorar las relaciones entre el pueblo y la policía. Hace 2 meses, en el mes de junio y en el mes de julio, hemos tenido pláticas en las presentaciones que hacemos cada mes sobre tráfico. All right? For the past 2 months, June and July, we have been presenting talk shows on traffic because we notice it's a very urgent situation in Orange Walk, Tong and District, the situation of traffic concerns and causing a lot of problems for families, right? And tonight, esta noche, the Citizens Advisory Committee, once again, along with the support and the help of the traffic department of the Town Council in Orange Walk, the municipal traffic work, and the national traffic also here in Orange Walk, right? Along with the officer in charge of the police formation in Orange Walk. We are trying to do our best to help and make every effort to bring to your attention community concerns. Tenemos que hablar de estas cosas. ¿Y qué está haciendo la policía? ¿Qué está haciendo el departamento de tráfico del municipio y de nacional también? All right? Es que vamos a comenzar con la presentación de los invitados que tenemos esta noche. We have 3 special invited guests, and I will begin by introducing the 3 of them. And they are the manager of the Orange Walk Municipal Traffic Department, Ms. Dorita Burgos, and we have from the office in charge of the National Traffic Office here in Orange Walk, Mr. Adrian Mendoza, and of course the officer in charge, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Nazario Zib of the Orange Walk Police Formation. And I want to begin, voy a empezar presentándoles a la dama primero, a la señorita Dorita Burgos, que se presente. Miss Dorita Burgos, may please introduce yourself to our viewers, please.
Good night, Mr. Valdez. Thank you for having us over tonight. My name is Dorita Burgos. I am currently the manager of the Orange Walk Municipal Traffic Authority, and I have held this post for the past 2 years at the Orange Walk Town Council.
Thank you. Mr. Adrian, will you go ahead, please?
Good night. Thank you for inviting us. My name is Adrian Mendoza. Presently, I'm the motor vehicle inspector in the Orange Walk National Transport Department. And my duty in the office is to, like I say, inspect all vehicles for roadworthiness. And that's one of the points that afterwards I'm going to brief and say more in detail what all I need for the public out there to start to see and check on their own vehicles.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And of course, the officer in charge of the police formation, Assistant Superintendent Zib, please.
Good night. Muy buenas noches a todos. Thank you, Mr. Mandy, for the invitation to your show. My name is Nazario Zib. I'm the officer commanding of the Orange Walk Police Formation. I'm here in Orange Walk since March of this year, for the past 6 months, as the officer in charge.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. For the past months of June and July, we have had traffic officers from the municipal, like Mr. Edwin. Mr. Edwin Hill has been here twice. And from the police department, we have had PC Rajar Briseño. And then we have had Arsenio Ya also, okay, from the police section of traffic here in Orange Walk. All right. And now tonight we have the real strength of these two departments, traffic department, national and municipal, okay? With the support of the police, of course, you need to work together, all of this. And I hope we can touch a lot of important things that the people need to know. Necesitan saber estas cosas ustedes. No van a decir, pues yo no sabía, I didn't know. Hay un dicho que dice, es obligación de todos obedecer las leyes. It is our obligation for all of us to obey the laws of our country. Can we do it? Yes. Are we doing it? It's a big question mark. All right? But our encouragement for you is to really obey the laws of our country. Not abuse the freedom we have. Not abuse the democracy that we have, or misinterpret the freedom, or misinterpret what democracy means, right? But to obey the laws. If we can obey the laws of other countries, but like when you go to Mexico in Chetumal, when you go over in Chetumal, you can't do what you do here in Orange Walk, you know? All right? Because you know where you will end up. So why not do it here in Belize? Obey the laws also. Obedecer las leyes of traffic especially, because traffic can cut your life just like that, all right? And nowadays that we have hundreds and thousands of vehicles of all types, we need to be very careful. And we have these two officers and the superintendent who will clarify all these things for us to know, para que sepamos that we know what we're supposed to do, what we can do, and what we cannot do. Que no debemos de hacer, por favor. See? So I want to begin with the manager of the municipal traffic section here in Orange Walk, Ms. Dorita Burgos, to please go ahead, my dear, please.
Okay. Well, basically, our objective tonight is to sensitize the public about the regulations pertaining to motorcycles, and of course the consequences for non-compliance. And it is important for us to sensitize the public about these things, because we've noticed three key things throughout the past 2 years that I've been manager at the traffic department. We've noticed that there is poor public behavior. There is also an increase in the number of accidents where it involves the motorcycles, and some of those accidents have led to fatalities. And of course, we've seen an increase in ticketable offenses. So our key objective tonight is to, first of all, sensitize people, because I agree with you, Mr. Valdez, that we have an obligation to uphold law, to comply with law. And I want to take that one step further and say ignorance of the law is no excuse. And so we want to tackle these three issues. These are very serious issues. These are things that have contributed to what we have been hearing a lot from the public. Their cry that, you know, these things are happening and they want us to do something about it. Our responsibility as managers, as vehicle inspectors, as assistant superintendent of police is to enforce the law. And so one of the things that we have to start to think about is how do we change that poor public behavior towards authority, because it has unfortunately led to a disrespect towards authority. And before we even continue, I want to share something that happened to me over the weekend. Every now and then on a Saturday, I go out and I patrol around town. I help my wardens. And this Saturday, I was patrolling by Progress Street. And from a distance, I noticed a vehicle that was parked within the 30 feet, right across a tacos spot along Progress Street. And so I turn on the siren and I let the person know, I'm right behind you, you need to move. You're parking within 30 feet. There's also a sign that says no parking. And I stayed there and the driver refused to move. So I parked. I went up to the driver and I asked the driver, young man, you need to move. You're illegally parked. You need to move. And I thought the young man would understand because he's parked right next to a traffic sign. And the first thing he asked me, if I'm going to give him a ticket. And I told him, I'm asking you nicely to just please move. Because I believe in talking, we can understand each other when we talk things out and not be aggressive. And he didn't give me an opportunity to continue, and he instantly became hostile. And for me to leave him alone because he was waiting for his tacos. And I told him, young man, I'm asking you nicely. I know you're hungry, but you need to move. And he said, listen to me. If you're going to give me a ticket now. Because as far as I'm concerned, you can't give me a ticket. And I told him, I can. I have the authority to do so. I am the traffic manager. And he said, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. But you can't give me a ticket. And so I didn't continue arguing with him. I called for reinforcement. I called the other wardens to come. And as he saw them, he decided to move along. And while moving along, he said something that was disrespectful. But again, I don't entertain that. So easier to let him just see what he has to say. But if you are disrespecting the traffic manager, I can imagine what happens to the wardens out there, not just the wardens from my department, but the other wardens from the National Transport Department, from the police department. So, and this wasn't a young person, because some people say it's the young people who are causing these poor behavior in regards to authority and traffic. But this was a grown man, I would even dare say mid-30s, who was acting like that. And it showed the level of ignorance and disregard for law.
So he was challenging you
Yes.
because you were asking him to do something.
To just move.
Right? And he challenged you.
Yes.
And this is what happens, Ms. Dorita, with the police. Also, I've noticed that some, especially men and some women, challenge the police in their duties, and that's where the trouble begins. And that's where I believe that is where the last come, pick up the man, pick up the lady, and go with them. Full stop. I bet they can't do that in Chetumal. Use that example. And they go there and they behave
Yes.
like gentlemen and ladies. So for us to do that here in Belize is a shame for us. It gives us a bad image, a bad name as citizens.
Yes.
Why? Because we have a little bit of money, or because we have a little bit of property, that's why we behave, or because we live as this and we come here and we feel higher than or bigger than the local Belizeans here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would encourage you to follow it up and apply the law, full stop. That's what the police have to begin doing.
Yeah, it's just
So
a
he
matter.
moved from there?
He did move. I mean, we had a back and forth.
You see?
And a gentleman across the street said, good job, you made him move. And yes, I had him move, but still, we wasted a lot of time doing a back and forth. And yes, when you go to Chetumal, you don't do that. You don't park on the sidewalks. You don't overtake on the right-hand side.
Exactly, yeah.
You take out your license. You show you comply. So what I normally tell people is, when you go to Chetumal, you do the same thing. You don't, because you know exactly where you're going to end up, right?
And they know the rules there.
They do.
Why
they do.
why they can't do it?
And
know
so I
it here?
asked them, so why can't you just respect our own laws, follow our own as well, not just because you go to Chetumal or any other place in the U.S., if anything. So it's just, I think it's an entitlement that people feel that they can get a get out of jail free card when they commit an offense, that they can tell you, no, you can't ticket me, or if you ticket me, I will have someone take away your job, or the usual threats that everybody goes through when they try to enforce the law. And I'm pretty sure all of the guys go through that as well, right? So we have to start by changing this poor public behavior, that any disrespect towards authority, whether learned or not, and I do suspect it's a learned behavior. It's something that maybe you've seen while growing up an adult doing, and you think, oh, it's okay because nothing happened, so I can do the same thing. We need to start changing that by doing exactly what we're doing tonight, sensitizing the public, educating the public, and letting them know these are the regulations, these are the consequences for not following it, not complying, and these are our expectations. And at the end of the show, or before the end of the show, we will be saying what will be our plan of action for these offenses.
Okay,
Right?
good. All right, good. Okay then.
Let me add something to the situation that
Yeah.
Mr. Rita went through. Right? What happened that the public out there believe that only the wardens can ticket them.
Oh.
They're wrong. Let me tell you, public, that the Minister of Transport can give the authority, apart from the senior officers or the municipality manager, can give the authority to a justice of the peace to issue tickets or any other respectful person in the community.
That can be done now?
Yes, once
Okay.
the Minister of Transport give the okay, then the Justice of the Peace can issue tickets. The manager can give tickets. The senior transporter, myself as the motor vehicle inspector, can have a ticket booking or at all times. Whilst on duty, we can, and in uniform, we can issue a ticket.
Okay then. Good.
So the public believes that, like they say, Creole, she don't know what it is, so she can't do me nothing. She belong in the office. These are the words they use, no, but they wrong.
Yeah.
They don't even know that the traffic manager have more authority than the wardens. She authorized the wardens to give a issue a ticket. So and also some of the public goes into our office and say, "Hey, can the police issue a ticket?" Of course, it's the authority is given from the Minister of Transport to the police to issue tickets. It's minor offenses. Instead of taking them to court, it's better they just give a ticketable offense, and they have the ticket. They have 15 days to pay. After 15 days, then the fines go $5 each day that the ticket remains unpaid, and it reaches to a limit of the fine on the ticket plus $75.
Is that happening right now? That you have situations where some who are ticketed do not want to pay?
Of course, yeah.
And you follow that up?
Well, yes, we send reminders, and but in some cases you have some situation that we cannot find the person, and make it kind of difficult to find it. But yes, right now the National Transport is working on something that eventually everybody that gets a ticket will have to pay.
Okay. Of course, that's
because
the idea,
they're
no?
going to put something in place that
You could always find them.
yes, and whenever they go to any part of the country to renew or whatever transaction, because everything is going modernized, everything is computerized.
Right.
So when they punch in your name, Mr. Armando Valdez is going to click PIN.
Okay, all right.
There's something you owe. So, but that's coming up in the future.
Okay, good. Very good. That's improving.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, Ms. Lorita, go ahead, please.
Well, on our end, we have most of the persons who get a ticket coming in to pay, so that's good. One or two, again, like I said, they feel entitled. So that's a challenge getting them to pay. But majority of people who have been issued tickets, they have come in to pay their tickets.
You haven't had any situation where the person doesn't go in within the 15 days and then you cannot follow them, you cannot find it? Or you know exactly where?
Yeah, it's sometimes difficult to track
Oh,
them
yeah?
down.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really difficult. But we try our best.
Will you think you will come up with some situation like the National Traffic Section there to be able to eventually that nobody could get away?
Yeah, well, we're working hand in hand with the Department of Transport,
All
the
right,
national.
okay, great.
Yep. So
Fine.
we're working together now.
okay,
So
fine, excellent, excellent.
Yeah, in affairs, everything is gonna be one.
one.
One, okay.
Yes.
Right.
So no matter where you go,
uh-huh.
your name is gonna pop up.
All right,
Yes.
good. That went very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay
Yeah.
then.
So, speaking of tickets, I mentioned earlier that we have an increase in the number of tickets that we issue, especially to motorcycle operators.
Uh-huh.
And so we've noticed an increase, right? And we've also noticed an increase in the number of cycles that have been registered over the time span of, from 2022 to 2023, taking just January to July. In 2022, we had 300 cycles registered with us. This year, same time period, January to July, we have 476. And we're just barely past mid-year, right? We're getting into September.
Uh-huh.
We're estimating that our number of cycles will increase. We should be close to maybe 800, if anything, by the end of the year. So that just gives you an idea of how many cycles are out there, how many people are complying, and how many people are probably not complying. You know, people are racing through the streets. They're overtaking illegally on the right-hand side. On you said the
Hilltops.
the hilltop by
Especially by the
police station.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's brazen. You know, you're doing
Yeah.
that right within the police department's
Yes,
neighborhood. They run the lights. Most people misunderstand what the amber light means. Some majority think it's to race it, to rush through, and then they get upset when they get caught. And it's easier for you also to run the light on a cycle because you can easily, maneuver
Uh-huh,
through the
yeah,
traffic.
yeah.
So we're having, these offenses popping up more and more and more. We're looking at offenses pertaining to excess passengers. I've seen one operator of a cycle with 4 other persons on that one cycle. And we have also seen, and I think everyone has noticed, people wearing different types of helmets, some not even bothering to wear a helmet. So all of these things have started to add up. We're getting more and more of those coming in as ticketable offenses, right? So we're doing our best to try to deal with these. It's a challenge, especially the speeding part. We're not going to chase you down. You're not going to have us fall for that.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to go speed, there will be consequences down the road. But we're not going to chase you. We look at your plate number and we go after you, but we're not going to chase you, right? Maybe Mr. Mendoza.
I was going to ask before you speak, Mr. Adrian. Speaking about motorcycles, it has all its rules and regulations when you go drive it, right? To make sure, number one, you have your helmet. Why you have the helmet? It's for their own protection. It's all about their safety. That's why you people are doing this sensitization to everybody, that wearing a helmet is for their own protection, and not wearing a only piece of thing on the head. Because if you drop, your head will knock on the ground, you might die. If you have a helmet, there's more hope that if you fall along and you knock on your head, you have the helmet will get the impact of the knock, right? So they have to understand that. I see some young ladies, especially young ladies, they got a small helmet like that and put it to the back here, like a graduation cap, no? So they have to understand that. If they don't want to understand, then you and the police have to make sure they apply these things. It's for their own safety. Otherwise, our citizens will just go down the road like that because of accident, because of their own non-concern of their safety, of their lives. None of us has our life secure, things like that. So, especially on a two-wheel vehicle, all right. So, what you're doing, you are trying to tell them this is what you're supposed to do. But if you fail doing this, that is, and that's what you people are doing now. Go ahead, my dear, please. Yes, sir.
Okay. Talking about helmets now, the law clearly states that it should be a helmet that covers your head with a protective shield, which of course we are not enforcing it, but since we are seeing the necessity, then after this we're gonna give you a time span that everybody should have a helmet with a protective shield.
I saw one today, excuse me. I went to a store to do some shopping, and I saw a new one, a big one, and I asked how much for it. $55 in some store here in Orange Walkton. That's the expense, that's the investment the cyclists need to have. Save your life with a $55 instead of having a little helmet like that, from BSI or something like that, you know. So
That's what
what you need to enforce it though.
Yeah, we're going to start.
It's just like wearing the seat belt.
Yeah.
You hear accident and then fly out. Why? Because they never have this. You got to execute the law.
Yeah, the reason for the protective shield is because when you're riding, you might find maybe at night that they have small bugs flying. They can fly into your eyes, and the reaction of one that something hurts your eye, your reaction will be to let go from the handle and clean your eye.
Yeah, right.
And you can cause an accident. You can hurt your own self. Right?
Mr. Adrian,
And
the helmet beside that protective
should be strap on also.
and then
properly strap on.
strap. That's what it has to be strapped.
Proper strap.
Okay.
And
Alright, okay.
also we're asking that these persons that use it's not a helmet, it's a hard hat that they use in Belize sugar industry.
Mhm.
So that those are not considered a helmet. It's hard hats.
Hard hat, okay.
Then the other one that they use, it's the cyclist. I don't know. It's not helmet, but cyclist cap or something.
Oh yeah.
No. And well, what we are going to try enforcing that everybody that comes in from O1 to register a new motorbike, they need to produce a helmet with a protective shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's good. But
so.
the
yeah.
changes have to be good,
Yeah.
improved, and better for their own safety.
Yeah.
They have to understand that. You know.
Now, let me elaborate on the motorcycle itself,
Yeah.
right? Because we notice that the cyclists out there, they go and they customize their motorcycles. We know that the law states that no one has the authority to change lights on your vehicle. A motorcycle is a vehicle. Those things that they go and they put blue lights all around
Yeah.
and green lights, we're going to start to remove it.
Right.
And the way that it's going to start to work is that we're going to take the motorcycle either to the municipality or to the transport, take off the license plate, remove the license sticker, give you a defect slip until you fix the motorcycle the proper way, then you can get your plates again. Public, this is the way a motorcycle should be used. 2 mirrors. 2 mirrors. 1 headlamp with white light, high and low beam. Left and right indicators. And it clearly states that it's just amber lights to the front. Amber lights. Amber indicators. Amber means yellow. Yellow lights for signal. Left, right to the front, left, right to the rear.
Okay.
To the rear, the brakes light should be red. And the park light should be red. We notice that the cyclists go, they remove the caps and they remove the other type and they go to the stores and they put green lights, yellow lights. it's not a motorcycle again. It's like a Christmas tree. No? I know
Yeah.
that you're young, you want to modernize, but that's not the way. That's not the way. And we're going to ask that after this, we're going to give you a time span that you go and fix your lights after when you go out there. And if your lights are not being the way it should be, the way the motorcycle was first new, was given to you the way, and you went and do changes, then those are ticketable offenses. Be known, riders out there, that you think that, oh, they are giving me a $25 ticket. No, we can issue tickets. Headlamps is $100, indicators $50, horn $25, mirrors $50, unauthorized lamps $25. All these are helmets $25. Not wearing proper helmets. So the ticket can give a maximum. We don't have maximum, but we can give a ticket to you for maybe $200. All the offenses will add up. So, public, please start to comply with the laws. Fix your motorcycle the way it should be. Put the proper lights. So when you go there, you avoid being ticketed for various
And it's for
offenses.
their own safety, Mr. Adrian.
Also, it's safety,
It's for
not,
their own safety.
not only for them, but for other road users. They
okay,
have to
all right.
consider other road users
Yeah, you are.
that they are the public.
Yeah.
For not, it's not only them. It's for the entire public that use the roads and highways.
Okay then. Go ahead then.
Let me add to those
Yes,
offenses.
yes.
It's not just simply the physical aspects of the motorcycle that they change, but also their failure to license the motorcycle, to insure it. And they also fail to even have a valid driver's license. And if they do have a valid driver's license, it's not even for the class to operate that motorcycle. So all of those things are ticketable at $50,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So it's not just going to be, oh, you're not wearing a helmet, or you're wearing the wrong helmet, or it's not strapped. It's only $25. And yes, I agree with him. We have issued tickets up to $200 to some of those motorcycle riders, to let them understand that you are committing one too many offenses,
Okay.
and having a total disregard again for authority, for law. And it's for your own safety.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Another thing that, let me add that most of the motorcycles that I have inspected, that they in the fatality accidents, most of them are not insured and licensed.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh my goodness.
Then you find out that apart from getting hurt, damaging other vehicles, now you have to repair your own motorbike, and you can get sued by the owner of the vehicle for damages to your vehicle, because there's no third-party insurance to cover you. Also, if you're riding a motorbike and you don't have the Class D, even if the motorcycle is insured, the insurance will not cover you because you don't have the license to
Okay.
cover you for you to ride a motorbike.
Mr. Adriana, Mr. Dorita, speeding on motorcycle. Speeding. That is what is causing a lot of accidents right now on the motorcycle. They fly past. Can they be ticketed?
At this moment, it's hard to ticket because you can only ticket those offenses if you have speed guns. But right now, none of the departments have those, but they're working on those things that eventually, we're gonna get speed guns and everything.
Yeah.
What we have right now is the alcohol sensor. Alcohol. Anybody drinking and driving, we have the alcohol sensor to test them immediately.
Okay then. Okay.
Yeah. And that stands on the court.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay then. May we have a short break here? Please take a break. May we have a short break, please?
encuentro recluida porque fui acusada de inhumación, exhumación de cadáveres, profanación de cadáveres y homicidio de 13 personas.
Ellos decían que era santería, nosotros decíamos que era satanería.
Yo nunca me imaginé que a mí me iban a aventar todo lo de Adolfo.
Quien jefaturaba y quien ordenaba y quien tenía el poder y el peso de decisión pues era Sara.
The Office of the Prime Minister invites you to join us at the second annual Belize Investment Summit from August 30th to September 1st, 2023 at the Grand Caribe Resort on Ambergers Caye. Belize, the land of endless potential, with a vibrant people and economy and a wealth of natural resources, is the region's premier investment hub, offering a range of opportunities across sectors including the blue, green, and orange economies. The Belize Investment Summit 2023 is your chance to explore these opportunities and connect with potential partners, investors, financiers, and stakeholders from across the globe. This 3-day summit will offer networking opportunities, site visits, one-on-one meetings, roundtable discussions, business pitches, an expo, and keynote presentations from government officials and industry leaders. Gain insight into Belize's investment climate and the incentives that make our country the destination for investment. Register now for the Belize Investment Summit 2023 and discover a world of opportunities. Be a believer. Invest in Belize. Thrive in Belize.
¿Qué tal mi gente de
Orange Walk?
Somos amigos de
Red Latina
y los invitamos este próximo 2 de septiembre
al 19º aniversario
de nuestra radio
Fiesta FM
106.7 en el escenario de
Hypersol.
Somos amigos Red Latina. Red Latina, mami.
Calling all business owners in Belize. The second Belize Investment Summit 2023 is on its way. On August 30th to September 1st, 2023, join us at the Grand Caribe Belize in San Pedro for 3 days of networking, presentations, and high-level discussions with key local and international decision makers. Do you have a business plan or are trying to expand your business reach and you just need the right investor to make it happen? Then you need to attend the Belize Investment Summit 2023. Don't miss out on this chance to take your business to the next level. Register for the Belize Investment Summit today at www.investmentsummit.bz.
The BTIA Orange Walk chapter does it once again, celebrating culture, tradition, and talent with its 6th BTIA Orange Walk Tourism Expo. It's all happening on Saturday, August 26th as of 10 a.m. at the Orange Walk Central Park. Come out and get great deals on products and services from all the dynamic businesses. There will be cultural presentations and live musical performances. Let us ignite your pre-September celebrations and come out to the BTIA Orange Walk Tourism Expo. See you there.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move.
Entro recluida porque fui acusada de inhumación, exhumación de cadáveres, profanación de cadáveres y homicidio de 13 personas.
Ellos decían que era santería, nosotros decíamos que era satanería.
Yo nunca me imaginé que a mí me iban a aventar todo lo de Adolfo.
Quien jefaturaba y quien ordenaba y quien tenía el poder y el peso de decisión pues era Sara.
The Office of the Prime Minister invites you to join us at the second annual Belize Investment Summit from August 30th to September 1st, 2023 at the Grand Caribe Resort on Ambergris Caye. Belize, the land of endless potential, with a vibrant people and economy and a wealth of natural resources, is the region's premier investment hub, offering a range of opportunities across sectors including the blue, green, and orange economies. The Belize Investment Summit 2023 is your chance to explore these opportunities and connect with potential partners, investors, financiers, and stakeholders from across the globe. This 3-day summit will offer networking opportunities, site visits, one-on-one meetings, roundtable discussions, business pitches, an expo, and keynote presentations from government officials and industry leaders. Gain insight into Belize's investment climate and the incentives that make our country the destination for investment. Register now for the Belize Investment Summit 2023 and discover a world of opportunities. Be a believer. Invest in Belize. Thrive in Belize.
¿Qué tal mi gente de
Orange Rock?
Somos amigos de
Red Latina.
y los invitamos este próximo 2 de septiembre
Al 19º aniversario
de nuestra radio
Fiesta FM
106.7 en el escenario de
Hypersol.
Somos amigos Red Latina. ¡Yeah! Red Latina, mami.
Calling all business owners in Belize. The second Belize Investment Summit 2023 is on its way on August 30th to September 1st, 2023. Join us at the Grand Caribe Belize in San Pedro for 3 days of networking, presentations, and high-level discussions with key local and international decision makers. Do you have a business plan or are trying to expand your business reach and you just need the right investor to make it happen? Then you need to attend the Belize Investment Summit 2023. Don't miss out on this chance to take your business to the next level. Register for the Belize Investment Summit today at www.investmentsummit.bz.
The BTIA Orange Walk chapter does it once again, celebrating culture, tradition, and talent with its 6th BTIA Orange Walk Tourism Expo. It's all happening on Saturday, August 26th as of 10 a.m. at the Orange Walk Central Park. Come out and get great deals on products and services from all the dynamic businesses. There will be cultural presentations and live musical performances. Let us ignite your pre-September celebrations and come out to the BTIA Orange Walk Tourism Expo. See you there.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenidos otra vez a la segunda sesión que vamos a hacer y terminar esta noche. Pero antes que sigamos, before we continue, before I ask the officers to say something or to continue saying something, I want to invite you to give us your support on Saturday. This Saturday, the 26th of August, we're having a barbecue fundraiser for the Citizens Advisory Committee for us to find ways and means to go more to the public, all right? Like these shows like that, we need to pay for these things, right? So, and other things like that. So on Saturday, right in front of the police station here, we'll be having the barbecue sale from 10, 11 o'clock till around 2 o'clock. So support us, go buy a barbecue there and help us, right? So this invitation to everybody, para todos. Ayúdenos con eso, all right? Gracias. No, may we continue? Officer, will you take it over now? Bueno, go ahead, Mr. Sib.
Thanks, Mr. Mande. Again, from the police standpoint, right, I want to emphasize on what Mr. Rita and Mr. Mendoza had mentioned. No, the mission of ours today here at the talk show is to sensitize the public, to assist in any way we could to educate our youths, our parents, the general public to respect law. No, we have seen that the traffic, the motorcycle riders, the general public tend to disobey the law, but the law is there for us to respect. And if we obey the rules and the regulations of the traffic and all other laws that we have, we will have a safer communities. So we are sensitizing the general public. We are asking that you agree with what we are saying today, to work with us, use everything that is being mentioned, do everything that is the motorcycle need to be done so that it's in good working condition, so that when the motorcycle is inspected, it passes the inspection and then you could use it. We know that motorcycle is the cheapest way of transportation right now. People try to own a motorcycle, but you need to have all the documentations in order so that you could have it on the road. No, and before you put it on the road, you must ensure that you have all the insurance, license, your driver's license, and even what we have mentioned earlier, your helmet, your protective helmet. But one that is standardized, that we know that will assist you, will protect you, not just one small one that it wouldn't assist you if you're involved in an accident. So, general public, we are asking to work with us, do as much as you could. Parents, we don't need to allow our children, if we know that our children don't have all the requirements on their motorcycle, try assist as much as we could so that we could have the motorcycles in good conditions, and even with their documentation, so that we could have presented when required. Because it's not the intention of the police to just harass people on the streets, but it is our mandate as police officers that we need to do enforcement of the law. So it is therefore that all our officers will have to do enforcement, do the traffic checkpoints, do routine inspections, do when people are riding without helmets, they stop them and give them a ticket. And if the motor vehicle or the motorcycle is not insured, then it's an arrestable offense. The police will have to arrest you and take you to a station, eventually take you before the magistrate, and whatever fine the magistrate give you, or if they suspend your license, then you can't drive for a certain period of time, right? So we are asking the general public, work with us, have all these things that we're asking, get your motorcycle in good working condition. We have this issue with the loud noise being caused by the motorcycles, the noise pollution. We are working, we are advising the general public, if you have your motorcycle making a lot of noise, try fix it up, change the mufflers if you need to change the exhaust, and have it and the silencer adapted to it so that it doesn't make the noise. But all we are asking, we are giving you this opportunity. Work with us so that we could work with you. But if you don't comply, then enforcement will take place, and then eventually you will lose, or we will have to spend extra money that you don't need to spend right now, especially during these hard times. So, general public, please work with us. We ask you to cooperate, to work with us, and then we don't have to deal if you have everything in order. So, we are asking again, sensitizing the public, do what all is required by law, and then you have whatever your vehicle, your motorcycle, your truck on the road safe.
Thank you, Superintendent. Mr. Adrian, you want to add something to that one, of the time limit or something like that?
What, as Mr. Zebra mentioned, no? This noise pollution by means of these mufflers. We're asking the public, all riders, to please bear with us. Please go fix it. It's really annoying having these motorbikes in the wee hours of the night. Now people are sleeping and they pass making excessive noise. Those are ticketable offenses, but we are asking you to please fix as soon as possible. We are going to give you a time span of until the end of September to remove all those excessive lights that you have on the motorbikes. This year, September. Next month. Remove all those excessive lights. Remove all those unnecessary horn, because the motorcycle is already assembled with a horn. Because also they have a horn that is annoying, and because after the September celebrations, then we're going out in full force. Traffic, Orange Walk, Transport, Orange Walk, Police, Orange Walk will be conducting vehicle checkpoints, roving teams around, and it's not going to be target, but we're going to be in the lookout for especially motorbikes. And then we're going to be really hard in ticketing all you guys if you are not obeying the laws, because I think enough is enough. And they know that they're doing wrong, and when they pass, they look at you like, hey, catch me if you could. Right? But Orange Walk is small. We don't have to chase you. You just go around and come back straight to us, straight to our hands. That's one. The September celebrations are coming. Be known that also we'll be going out there and we have our breathalyzer. Right? We're going to be using it. So I know you want to enjoy yourself for the September celebration, but if you want to enjoy yourself, please find a responsible driver, a designated driver, to take you from point A to point B. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ms. Dorita, anything from yours, apart from the municipal authority here, on the September celebrations coming on for drivers?
Well, similar to National Transport, we will be out in full force.
Okay.
September also coincides with the return to classes. And so, again, coming back to being in compliance with the law, especially the motorcycles again. We see parents taking their kids to school. We see a parent with 3 kids, 2 kids. We're going to ticket you on your way to school. Definitely. Because every time we stop them, oh, give us a break, give us a break. I didn't know. Your title clearly says passenger capacity 2. You and a passenger. Not 3, not 3 kids, not 4 kids. 2. Driver, passenger. So, whereas September celebrations are right around the corner, so is the reopening of the classes, the schools, and we will be out there.
Classes resume this week for
high
secondary
school.
schools.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks' time, the primary schools.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. And that the parents need to know all these things to avoid any.
They do, they do. And as Mr. Mendoza shared with us, they like to say, "Oh, I didn't know." They do, and ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
if you sat and you took your written test, you would know your rules of the road from your study sheet, and you would also know that it's wrong for you to be packing so many people on your motorcycle, for you to be doing so many of those offenses. They know that they're wrong, but again, they're trying to see how they get out of jail free. They don't want to take their ticket. They want their ticket to disappear. They will do whatever it takes to get that ticket canceled, or just they don't want to pay sometimes because they feel that they are not wrong. Oh, I didn't know. And again, I keep singing the same song. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And whereas we'll be celebrating, we will also be looking out for these offenses as well. So we will be working together. The three departments will be working together to ensure that we establish some sort of order, especially with motorcycle riders, that they are in compliance. Mr. Mendoza and Mr. Zib have been very clear. You have a month to fix your silencer, to remove the lights, the unauthorized horns. Anything that does not belong on your cycle should be removed because that is what the law dictates, and we want to ensure that everyone is in compliance with the law. Some people might take it seriously, some people might still want to challenge, and this is where again the change of behavior has to take place. We can't be forever rebelling and defying authority. The laws are set in place for a reason. If that's the case, then let's do away with laws and it will be survival of the fittest. And I think we're a civilized country, and we shouldn't be challenging authority to the degree that we don't even respect silent zones such as the hospital or schools or anywhere else where, magistrate court, right? Right. So it has to stop, man. It has to stop. It's too much. It's way past the disrespect for authority, and nowhere else can you go and do what you're doing here in Belize. So we need to educate people. We need to sensitize people. We need to teach them about choices and consequences, because that is how life operates. Choices and consequences. You freely choose to break the law, guess what will happen? There will be consequences to follow, and it will be a costly one too. At some point, you will pay. You will pay. That's how life works.
Ms. Dorita and Mr. Adrian, do you officers provide opportunities for you or your staff to visit schools and high schools to sensitize the young people so that they in turn can tell your parents that they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do this? I always believe that through the children, the parents can learn also, besides what you are telling them directly, what not to do or what to do. Can that be arranged, or visit schools and things like that, or you do it? I don't know. I'm not sure.
That is done on an yearly basis.
Okay.
The schools request it. They have this time period that they have in March. That private schools, even the kindergartens, they request.
Okay.
High schools, simulation week.
Oh, stimulation month.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That. So.
Okay. And you do go on.
Our department visit the rural areas, and the
municipal does the town.
The town.
What do you do it?
Yes,
Yes,
on earlier.
Okay. Great. Excellent then. Excellent.
We actually take several wardens to go educate, and we do videos. We have a very interactive program with the kids, especially the infants. We have them singing, dancing. I go along myself with my senior traffic officer and some of my wardens and even staff from the office. We let the kids know that these are the things that mommy and daddy should be doing, and believe me, some of them some of them tell the parent, you should wear a helmet. let's cross there instead of
Yes.
on the street. Let's cross at the pedestrian crossing.
All right.
So yes, we're getting to them little by little, and with school, high school in this case, having resumed classes this week, we already know that we need to pay a visit to the high schools, and when they have their meetings with parents, to let them understand that we are willing to work with them when it comes to dropping off kids in the morning and picking them up in the evening. But we would also love for them to help us as well by following certain procedures, because again, at the end of the day, the safety of the young people, of the students, that's important, and overall the safety of the community. So where we ask the young persons to comply as pedestrians, we also ask for the taxi drivers, for the private citizen in his or her vehicle to also be careful. Just pay attention to where you're going. If the traffic warden is signaling you to stop or slow down, do so, because then a kid is probably about to cross that pedestrian crossing. So we do a lot of that, especially during March.
Okay.
We have
Do you
a
meet
big
students
meeting.
on both levels, high school and primary school, in their assembly time, when all of them are together? You do?
We have done that.
Okay, then,
we have
all right.
done that,
All right.
both at the high school level and the primary
All right,
school
great.
level.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yes.
Yes.
Okay then. Yes, Mr.
Let
Adrian.
me add something that we forgot. We have these electric bikes.
Oh, okay. The
Okay,
latest.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
Parents, do not allow your son. I've seen kids from secondary level using those electric bikes to go to school. It's the last stage. Once it's motorized, it is a vehicle. And in order for someone to ride that electric bike, should have a valid driver's license, and the person should be the age of 17 and above.
Okay.
So these are kids, 12 or 13 years old. Parents, please stop your kids from doing so. We can confiscate their motorbike, and then having you, the parent, to come and visit the office. Also, you can also be ticketed for allowing someone to use a motor vehicle whilst not being the holder of a Belize driver's license.
Okay. All right.
So, if you're thinking about buying an electric bike for your son,
Think it twice.
Think it twice, because he needs to be 17 and above. And also, those bicycles, they need to be roadworthy with signals, horns, everything, and which those electric bikes are not equipped with those things.
Okay.
They are considered as toys to
okay.
be played at recreational parks or at the stadium or somewhere where it's
Not on the streets.
Not on the streets.
Okay then. All right. Okay. Now, is there anything you want to add before I ask you something? No. If not, I will ask you if we can have the last word before we go. Can we begin with you, Ms. Viali?
Okay. Compliance. That is all that we're asking. We're kindly asking people to be in compliance with the law and to follow it. I mean, it's very simple. The law clearly states what you should do and you shouldn't do. A good example, stop risking your family and taking 4 or 5 of them on that motorcycle. You can wipe away your entire family by running a light and someone slamming into you, and you wipe your entire family. Let's not wait for something like that to happen. That would be very, very sad for us to have to experience that that traffic incident like that, no? So, like I said, parents, you're going to school, you're taking your kids to school. Take them one at a time if you're on a cycle. Again, your title says exactly seating capacity 2, no more than 2. I know you're trying to save on fuel, but don't put a price on the life of your loved ones, not for fuel. So all that we're asking from the Orange Walk Municipal Traffic Authorities for people to work with us, be in compliance. Don't make things so difficult for yourself, because at the end of the day, the law is the law. That's all, compliance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Adrian?
Yeah, I believe that some villagers are looking at the show. They would say, oh, it always goes for Orange Walk Town.
No, no.
No, it goes for the whole of Orange Walk district. Also, we know that in the villages, the parents tend to do the same thing, taking 3-4 kids on their scooters or motorbikes, rushing to school. Some of the complaints that we receive also that parents allowing their 12-year-old kid to go and pick up their baby kid to the kinder. No? Parents, please, like Ms. Dorita said, no, fuel economy doesn't work the life of our kids. And again, compliance with the transport department is asking for the same thing. Please comply, please abide by the laws of Belize, and have a friendly relationship between National Town Council and the police, so that our town looks very good. Compared to the other districts, Orange Walk is one of the worst with the motorcycle offenses.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Es que hay que pedir el apoyo, la cooperación de las aldeas. Porque no crean que porque están en un lugar chico pueden hacer todo eso, porque hay el peligro también, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Sí? Y hay que pensar lo que usted dijo ahorita, de que Orange Walk tiene demasiados casos de estas cosas que lastiman a la gente por medio de los vehículos, ¿no? Sí, sí. Okay, then. Superintendent Sid, your last words, please.
Voy a agarrar la oportunidad de hablar un poquito de español.
Seguro que sí.
Yo le quiero decir a todo el público en general del distrito Orange Walk, toda nuestra gente orangeoqueños, que la policía está aquí para servir a la gente, no para lastimar o para que tengan miedo de ir a reportar en la estación. La estación está abierta para ayudar a todos, para servirle al público. Entonces les pedimos, si tienen algo que reportar, no tengan pena, no tengan miedo, vengan a la estación. Si no les atienden bien, estamos nosotros los de la administración que nos pueden pedir y platican con nosotros, nos dan sus quejas. Está Mr. Dubón, que es el segundo, y tenemos a todos los sargentos que están encargados que les pueden ayudar. Entonces les pedimos a toda la comunidad que por favor, si algo sucede, repórtenlo. Si miran algo que está sucediendo, igual repórtenlo, aunque sabemos que no podemos atender a todos los reportes al mismo tiempo, pero así vamos a lograr y vamos a tratar de hacer lo mejor que podamos. Entonces le pedimos que no tengan miedo, se acerquen a la policía. Esta es la razón que tenemos el meet and greet, para salir en la comunidad y establecer una relación entre la comunidad y la policía. Queremos seguir manteniendo esa relación, que tengan confianza en la policía, aunque mucha gente dicen no le confío a la policía, pero si no intenta o no quiere hacer un reporte, entonces no está ayudando la situación, ¿no? Si usted mira algo que está sucediendo y solo lo ve y no dice nada, entonces estamos tolerando que el crimen o que las cosas sigan pasando. Entonces les pedimos su ayuda a toda la comunidad. Si miran algo, repórtenlo, ¿no? Y si tienen algo les sucedió, vengan a la estación a reportarlo. Nosotros estamos aquí abiertos para recibirles y para atenderle como debe de ser. We are asking the general public, if you see something, you hear something, come to the station, file a report. If something that hurts you or if somebody causes harm to you, don't hesitate, come to the station, make a report. Only by reporting incidents, then we will continue to fight crime. If you allow crime to continue happening without being reported, then that's the reason why things are getting out of hands. Entonces les pedimos, nosotros queremos ver un mejor pueblo para nosotros aquí en Orange Walk, y solo haciendo lo que le estamos pidiendo, ayudar a mantener todo lo que se necesita cuando están en la carretera, obedecer la ley, cumplir con la ley y respetar la ley, vamos a tener un mejor pueblo y un mejor Orange Walk, más sano, con menos crímenes y con menos problemas, porque el único que no queremos que la gente esté sufriendo o que se salga el crimen afuera de control y ya no podamos hacer nada para la gente que tanto queremos. Entonces le pedimos a toda la comunidad de Orange Walk, trabajen con nosotros, solo así podemos hacer un país más sano. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Superintendent. Thank you very, very much. And again, once again, Ms. Dorita, thank you very much for being here. Mr. Adrian, thank you very much. Superintendent, thanks for having been here. You shared a lot, and I hope the people receive it and practice these things. It is all for their own safety and the safety of their fellow men. All right? I want to say thanks to you, to all of you. Our next session will be in September the 5th, when we'll be talking about the celebrations of September, no? Leading to Independence Day. And I want to say thanks to Ms. Kami for allowing us. Ms. Kami is the manager of this Center TV show program here. Thanks, Ms. Kami, and thanks to the technicians back there. Thank you very much. And thanks to everybody. Gracias a todos de ustedes. Gracias a todos. Y acuérdense, el sábado vayan a apoyarnos con el barbecue enfrente de la estación de policía desde las 10 a las 11 de la mañana, por favor. Lleguen y consigan y apóyennos, por favor. Gracias. Thank you very much. Thanks, and see you soon. God bless you.